Andy Tate Jamieson and Sophie Sears have been growing organic meat on this Hawke's Bay farm for nearly a decade. They've named the business after the cabbage trees dotted around the property.
Walk up, Pip.
Adjusting to life without chemicals and antibiotics can be challenging at the start. But Andy's now seeing the results of being organic, both in the soils and in the condition of his stock.
As humus and organic matter increases, your soil seems to be enlivened. Consequently, further down the chain, it just seems that you get healthier animals, or animals certainly with better resistance to disease.
And that goes for the herd of around 30 pigs that free-range around the farm as well. If any of his stock does get sick, Andy has choices about what to do.
You can treat organically so that the animal maintains its organic certification, or you can choose to treat conventionally and quarantine the animal. So we're lucky in that respect that we've got more options in a conventional farm here.
The pigs live on grass and whatever organic feed is available. Andy got into pigs because just about every customer buying Te Kauka's beef and lamb also wanted pork. But organic pork is quite different from the usual product.
The feedback that I get on the pork is it's a beautiful taste. People love the taste of it, but they always mistake it for beef. It seems to be a darker coloured meat. You've got to be careful with the cooking of it. If you get it wrong, it can be tough. Get it right, and it's just beautiful. And the other hard thing for us is that we get asked for it all the time. We just can't supply it.
Andy's pigs are encouraged to dig to their heart's content.
Rather than trying to stop them digging, I try and confine them to areas that I want them to dig. This is a slip that's come off this face behind us here, and they've worked this to probably a good 6-8 inches deep. And the idea will be that once they've worked it again, I'll come through and probably give it a quick hoe, and I want to experiment with a sugar beet crop, because I reckon that would be a great pig fattener.
While life's cruisy for the stock on this farm, that's no longer the case for Andy. It's a dawn start when the Te Kauka stock to be killed this week get ready to leave the farm. Andy started taking control of what happened to his animals a few years back. He was frustrated by seeing his organically grown and good-tasting meat disappear into the pool at the processing plant. Now his sheep and cattle are trucked to a nearby works to be killed, and the meat sent to the butchery Andy's set up in central Hastings. Andy rings his customers on Monday mornings.
Morning, Tova. Andy Tate Jamieson, Te Kauka Farm Meats. How are you going? Good. So what do you need?
Te Kauka meat is processed to order and sent to outlets around New Zealand. But demand is growing so fast, Andy doesn't have enough animals to keep up on his own. So he now gets other organic farms on the East Coast to supply him with their stock.
Thanks, Tova. See ya. Bye.
Having his own butchery means Andy's customers get the cuts they want and allows him to experiment with different products. But Andy knew nothing about meat processing, so setting up a butchery has been challenging.
I'm lucky. My butchers are fantastic. Well, I'd be lost. I'm not a butcher. I'm a farmer. So getting two guys that, really know what they're doing, and they've been a godsend.
Aging their meat is a crucial part of the Te Kauka approach. Beef hangs for a week before being turned into cuts, and those are aged for another 2 or 3 weeks before being packed.
You're developing the bacterial growth on the meat, but you want to get the good bacteria working, not the bad ones, because when the bad ones come along, you've got real problems. And that's what gives meat taste, texture, tenderness. It all happens during the aging process. You can't make good meat out of bad beef, so for us, that's the beauty of running the process right through. I know that when I put these animals on the truck, I've done the best I can, and then as long as we're doing the best we can here, we're assuring the customer that they're getting a really top-end product.
Opening for sales to the public is a big step, but one Andy's confident will pay off.
I'm applying the same wish, I guess, as I've applied to the whole business. If you follow the growth of organics, it's huge. And I'm hoping that growth will happen nationwide.
Like the meat, the Te Kauka business has grown organically, but success has brought dilemmas.
Now we find ourselves struggling to build a business that's in a phase of rapid growth. And this is a whole new learning curve for us. We're not really business people. And all of a sudden, you talk about having to learn. Well, we've had to learn that and learn it fast. And that's probably the biggest challenge for us at the moment, that as Te Kauka Farm Meats and the Organic Farm grow as companies, for us to learn how you do that. We're just simple country folk. I'd rather be out here. And I guess that would be the overall plan. Once those businesses are at a stage where they can function without me, that would be good.
Been surfing much recently?
No. Sadly. We don't talk about surfing anymore. No.
Country living and having horses was what attracted Sophie to Waimarama in the first place, and she still finds time to ride on the beach with her sons. But she doesn't get down there as often as she'd like to.
Life has got busier than we intended.
Come this way, Emil. We'll go down towards these seagulls.
What happens is once you start offering one thing, then people start asking for the next. Really, you started running behind our customers. That's really what happened. And actually, probably we should get in front. That would probably help.
Getting in front means a quicker pace is here to stay, but the payoff is the feedback from Te Kauka's satisfied customers.
Pick up your reins, Ollie.